Did you notice this about the house point system in Harry Potter? The point system in Harry Potter doesn't make much sense. In Hogwarts, students often strive to win the house cup by earning house points from answering questions correctly and performing good deeds during the year. However, the point system is entirely arbitrary and subject to blatant favoritism. Some teachers, such as Snape, have been known to give points to Slytherin while deducting them from Gryffindor. Even Dumbledore is known to abuse the system, awarding a massive amount of points to Harry and his friends at the end of the first book. Did you know this about potions in Harry Potter? At a glance, potion making seems like the most muggle-friendly subject in all of Hogwarts. After all, isn't it sort of like chemistry, but with ingredients from the wizarding world? If all the ingredients were present, then would muggles be able to brew potions? According to J.K. Rowling, muggles can't make potions, mostly because at some point, some sort of wand waving would be required, and that part needs magic. However, in the movies, Professor Snape explicitly mentions there will be no foolish wand waving or silly incantations in this class. That said, this little detail may have slipped Rowling's memory, or perhaps the act of successfully creating the potion at some point requires magic in some form. Did you notice this about the Slytherins in Harry Potter? During the final battle in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Professor McGonagall sent all the Slytherins to the dungeon. She literally had them locked up in the dungeon cells rather than giving them a choice to fight against Voldemort or remain in the common room. Interestingly, this did not happen in the book. Instead, the Slytherins were evacuated with the rest of the houses since none of their of-age members wanted to stay and fight. Did you know this about the time turners in Harry Potter? Hermione had the only time turner at Hogwarts. Unfortunately for J.K. Rowling, it opened up a can of worms for her, as it would be difficult to write future plots if wizards could just travel back in time and undo their mistakes. In fact, she admitted going far too lightheartedly into the subject of time travel in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. That's why she had all the remaining time turners smashed during the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, removing the possibility of reliving even short periods in the future. If this hadn't been the case, we would have had a very different story. Did you notice this in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince? It was never really explained how Dumbledore found the Horcruxes. For example, in order to destroy one, Dumbledore took Harry to the cliffs of Maher and poisoned himself, but how did he know where to go? Well, when Dumbledore met Tom Riddle for the first time, there was a photo of the cave that he used to hide one. This place clearly meant a great deal to Riddle, especially because it's where he took two other children during an outing from his orphanage, terrorizing them to the point they were unable to speak of what happened. Did you know this about Minerva McGonagall in Harry Potter? She fell in love with a muggle but had to reject his proposal because she didn't want to give up on all of her ambitions. She met Dougal McGregor after graduating from Hogwarts, a handsome, clever, and funny muggle who was the son of a local farmer. It was the first and only time in Minerva's life that she fell head over heels in love. McGregor eventually proposed to Minerva and she accepted. However, late that night, she thought about it deeply. She did not want to follow her mother's footsteps and live unhappily with her wand locked away being married to a muggle. So in the morning, Minerva told McGregor she had to change her mind and would not be able to marry him. It was difficult for her to explain her change of heart due to the international statute of secrecy, leaving McGregor devastated.